Welcome back to Unsolved Mysteries. For over 2,000 years, humanity has been obsessed with a single story. It is the story of a golden age, a utopian civilization that possessed advanced technology, endless wealth, and a powerful navy. And then, in a single day and night of misfortune, it was swallowed by the sea and vanished forever. We are talking, of course, about Atlantis. Today is episode 4 of our 400-day journey. Most people think Atlantis is just a myth invented by the Greek philosopher Plato, but what if I told you that Plato gave us an exact map, an exact date, and an exact location, and we have been looking in the wrong place for centuries? Let's look at the evidence. Plato wrote about Atlantis around 360 BC. He described it not as a magical underwater city, but as a massive island empire that existed beyond the Pillars of Hercules, which we know today as the Strait of Gibraltar. He described the capital city very specifically. It was made of concentric circles of water and land. 2 rings of land and 3 rings of water surrounding a central island. For years, explorers searched the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean and the Mediterranean Sea, finding nothing. But recently, satellite imagery has revealed something shocking in the deserts of West Africa in modern-day Mauritania. It is called the Richat Structure, or the Eye of the Sahara. From the ground, it just looks like a rocky landscape. But from space, it is a perfect bullseye. It is a massive geological formation made of concentric circles, 2 rings of land, and 3 rings of water. The measurements are terrifyingly accurate. Plato said the city was 127 stadia in diameter. If you measure the Richat structure on Google Earth, it matches Plato's dimensions almost perfectly. But the coincidences don't stop there. Plato said the north of the city was sheltered by mountains, and the south opened up to a vast sloping plain. The Richat structure has mountains to the north and a vast plain to the south. Plato said the city was rich in gold, copper, and a red metal called orichalcum. The geology of Mauritania is rich in copper and gold. He even said the stones of the city were black, red, and white. The stones found at the Richat structure today are black, red, and white. So, if this is Atlantis, why is it in the middle of a desert and not underwater? This brings us to the date. Plato said Atlantis was destroyed 9,000 years before the time of Solon. That puts the destruction of Atlantis exactly at 9,600 BC. This date is crucial. 9,600 BC is the exact end of the epoch known as the Younger Dryas. It was a time of cataclysmic climate change. The ice caps melted rapidly, causing sea levels to rise by hundreds of feet globally. Geologists have found evidence that the Sahara was once a lush green jungle with massive river systems. It is possible that the Richat structure was an island in a river delta or a coastal bay that was destroyed by a massive tsunami during the melting of the ice caps. When the water receded and the climate shifted, the area dried up, leaving the skeleton of the city exposed in the desert sand. Is it a coincidence that almost every ancient culture from the Bible, Noah to the Sumerian epic of Gilgamesh, tells the story of a great flood that wiped out civilization? Were they all remembering the same real event? If the Richat structure is Atlantis, it means the greatest empire in history is not lost at the bottom of the ocean. It has been staring up at us from the desert the whole time, waiting for us to notice. Tomorrow, we travel to the jungles of Central America. We will investigate the Maya, a civilization that tracked time so perfectly they predicted the end of an era, and then mysteriously abandoned their cities. Like the video, subscribe to my channel, and do not miss to press the bell icon so you do not miss any video of mine.